Hello everyone and welcome to my channel and another video about how to make money online. In today's video I want to address a question that I received from a lot of my followers. It's about whether or not Alibaba is a safe website to trade on, and how to actually trade on Alibaba safely without any issues. Now, of course, as you all might know, online businesses and marketplaces are fast becoming the most preferred shopping method for many consumers, and a lot of people have their eyes on Alibaba as a drop shipping supplier because they have lots and lots of thousands of items over there for really cheap prices. So Alibaba has been one very important destination for drop shippers, and I use it. A lot of people use it from my followers as well. So let's see how to trade on Alibaba safely. What are the things you need to keep in mind? There are about 10 steps that you have to follow if you want to trade safely on Alibaba. Now, for those of you who are new on the channel, this channel is all about making money online. I teach you all the tricks, everything you need to know for free. We don't charge you anything, and also answer your questions if you have any questions about how to make money online, how to start a business. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so that you get notified of my future videos. Now let's get started with today's presentation. I want to show you, as we go, I'm going to show you a few things on the Alibaba website itself, and also a few tutorials. So first of all, for those of you who don't know what Alibaba is, so Alibaba.com is one of the largest B2B marketplaces made for buyers and sellers to do business together. And it's been around for over 20 years now, has helped millions and millions of sellers around the world expand their brands and do business globally. Basically, this e-commerce platform, Alibaba, has over 26 million active buyers worldwide. That's a massive amount of buyers, as well as suppliers from more than 190 countries and regions. Some of you might think it's only in China, but it's from over 190 countries actually, and more than 5,900 product categories which you can choose from. So it make it really easy for you to find a winning product to start drop shipping. Generally speaking, Alibaba.com is a safe marketplace for online businesses. However, you need to understand something. Alibaba.com is just a B2B platform and not a supplier. It is a platform where buyers and suppliers meet. So while you can trust that Alibaba.com is actually legit, you also have to ensure that the buyer-seller is reliable. But what makes Alibaba.com very attractive? So as I mentioned earlier, many consumers now prefer shopping online to source and buy products. This is due to many factors, including the impact of, say, COVID-19 pandemic, the ease of doing business online, the global shopping increase, and the price comparison. So one of the best choices for people who want to buy and sell is actually Alibaba.com. So it has made it easier for a lot of buyers and sellers to trade on Alibaba.com, and the prices are so cheap to buy a product from Alibaba in bulk. So that makes Alibaba.com a very attractive destination. Now, why would you buy on Alibaba.com? Alibaba.com is a perfect one-stop shop for all kinds of products, by the way, including clothing, handmade crafts, makeup, electronics, whatever it is, you name it, they have it. Some reasons why you should actually consider Alibaba.com, or at least why I consider Alibaba.com, is number one, the global sourcing. Alibaba.com is a global marketplace with sellers from different parts of the world. So thanks to this, you can order products at competitive prices from all over the world. Also, as a buyer on Alibaba.com, you can browse millions of sellers and access a wide variety of high quality products. If you search, for example, for one product, rest assured you will get thousands of results from suppliers ready to sell to you. So that's mainly the first reason why I choose Alibaba.com. The second reason is the budget-friendly prices. And again, because Alibaba.com is a B2B platform with sellers and manufacturers that sell at a wholesale price, it makes prices really competitive, really low. One of the reasons people choose to buy from Alibaba.com is because they can source products at affordable prices. And of course, when I talk about affordable prices, I'm talking about like a few cents worth of product that you will sell for maybe 100% or more of the price. Another reason I choose Alibaba.com is it's a secured and trusted website. People can sometimes be shady, especially online, which sometimes can discourage buyers from spending their money online. However, what makes Alibaba.com a great marketplace is that it's secured and trusted. This platform has put several measures to ensure buyers a seamless and safe experience. Some of those measures, if you want me to mention some, include the trade assurance to ensure buyers get the goods in time. Also the product inspection services to ensure the quality of the goods before you actually get them delivered wherever you want them to be delivered. And the secure payment portal to ensure transactions aren't compromised. And I'm going to show you in a few minutes in this video what happens when I actually order from Alibaba. How do they communicate that to me, and all the steps. They actually send you a lot of emails to update you where the shipment is, whether or not they got the money, and all that stuff. Another reason, of course, that makes me choose Alibaba.com is the ease of use. It's a very user-friendly, so easy to use. I'm going to show you in a minute the website. So buyers find it easy to navigate the platform. Buyers can filter product searches, message sellers directly on the app, and easily pay for and order the goods they want. Another reason I choose Alibaba.com, which might be the last reason I'm going to mention today, is the pay later option. So one of the best parts about being a buyer on Alibaba.com is that you can choose to pay for your goods at a later date. The pay later option allows buyers to pay for their goods within 6 months with an interest rate of 3.5%. So this is something good if you're just starting up and you don't know how the business is gonna go for you. You want to start making some money first before you pay back the money to Alibaba.com. So yeah, you can always opt for the pay later option, and that will help you for at least 6 months. Now remember that you can also sell on Alibaba. It doesn't have to be you don't have to be a buyer. You can also sell if you have a product that you want to sell. So as many more people are buying online, it is logical that sellers build an online presence. The good news is that B2B marketplace like Alibaba make it easy for sellers to set up their online stores. Some of the benefits to sell on Alibaba may include something like they give you a custom storefront, allowing sellers to create a storefront to showcase their brand and products. You don't need any coding skills or anything like that to do that. So it's super easy for you to create a storefront on Alibaba. Another reason is the global sell. So as a seller, you can get your product in front of more than 26 million buyers and expand your brand globally. Think about that, how many people are going to see your brand on just one platform. So Alibaba.com is basically a perfect marketplace for selling a wide variety of products across borders. It's one of the, I should say, one of the world's largest B2B marketplaces built for businesses that want instant access to countless number of buyers and suppliers. Also, the setting up a storefront isn't enough if you can't make sales, right? So what makes Alibaba.com so powerful is its constant effort to ensure customers get the best from the platform. So this B2B e-commerce platform, Alibaba.com, offers intelligent tools to help increase exposure and serve customers better. Some of the tools that you might find on Alibaba.com are the target advertising tool, the analytics tool, and the customer data tool. All of them are very helpful if you are a seller. Of course, I have to mention the secure transactions. So that's another thing that makes you comfortable selling on Alibaba.com. So one of the great things about Alibaba.com is that it keeps upgrading the marketplace to make it better and more secure. And there's an exciting feature on Alibaba.com that is called the trade assurance that I mentioned earlier in this video, which helps people transact securely. So this is another thing you should think about when you're when you want to sell online. If it's different from having your own website and having to put some plugins to maintain security, which can still be broken into. Alibaba.com has been well established for over a decade, so they have really secure transactions on their platform. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to teach you how to buy on Alibaba.com. There are a few steps in order to start buying a product on Alibaba.com that you're going to sell somewhere else, maybe around anywhere around the world. And that starts with creating an account. So step one is to create an account. I'm going to leave a link in the description so that you can go straight to that page and start creating an account. It's totally free to create an account, so don't worry about any charges. It's very simple as well. You just have to fill a few information like name, email, country, select your designation as a buyer if you're going to buy, or if that's the reason why you're creating an account. If you're going to be a seller, you're going to sell on Alibaba, you create a seller account. And then step number 2 would be sourcing products. So after you create an account, which is not going to take a few minutes, you can now start sourcing for various products on the platform. Basically, by sourcing, I mean you look for the product you want and you start scrolling through so many sellers and filtering them based on price, quality, and so many other factors. And then start looking, after you filter them, start choosing one of them or a few of them and contacting them to get the best prices, including shipping. So, of course, there are different ways to look for products on Alibaba. You can enter phrases of the product if you know what you're looking for in the search bar. And there's also an option to post a request for quotation stating what you want, and then somebody will get back to you from the Alibaba.com team. Step number 3 would be to compare and connect with the sellers, like I mentioned. And step number 2, filtering the sellers that you find that are actually trading that product. It can take a while to filter those sellers, so because there are so many sellers, there are hundreds and thousands of sellers on Alibaba.com. So you need to be careful whom to choose, because there will be a variety of prices as well, and so many facilitations in terms of shipping and whatnot. So I usually would go with a gold supplier, and as you can see on the screen here, gold suppliers are one thing you can find on Alibaba.com, and that's what I usually go with, because those suppliers are actually paid members of Alibaba.com, and they have verified legit businesses. That doesn't mean that another supplier that has no gold designation is not legit. But gold suppliers are known that they are legit businesses, and they are actually paid suppliers on Alibaba.com, so that makes them even better than other suppliers. I would also go for a verified supplier, and you can see on the screen it says verified under the supplier's name. So those ones are, they only get awarded the verified designation if they're, I think if their business capabilities and third-party institutions have been verified by Alibaba.com processes. And also I would go for a trade assurance supplier. So these suppliers basically accept payments directly through Alibaba's payment portal, thus ensuring sellers and buyers are well protected from fraudulent transactions. So look for three things: gold supplier, verified supplier, and trade assurance. If you find a supplier that has all three, then you start filtering. Take that one, put it aside, and put the link to that supplier on the side on an Excel sheet or something, so that you can get back to them later. And you'll find a lot of these that have all three characters. And then after you filter them, you start contacting one at a time and see what prices are they willing to give you. By the way, whatever price you see on those suppliers pages is just a general price, but you can always negotiate those prices and they will give you a better price. So keep that in mind. Step number 4, now you're ready, you chose a supplier, you can place your order. So once you've selected a supplier, it's time to place your order, and you can, as I said earlier, you can negotiate the prices and then add the product to the cart right away in the amount you want. Say you want 1,000 pieces, for example, or maybe you want less, you want 10 pieces only. You want to give it a try first. Whatever you want, you put that in the cart, and you can propose with a supplier privately if you want to bargain the offer after they give you an offer. So all of these options are available. Once you've agreed on the deal, you can now place your order and pay through the Alibaba's secure payment portals like credit cards, debit cards, online bank payments, or even Western Union. As I mentioned earlier, Alibaba.com also offers buyers the option to buy now or pay later. Buy now and pay later. And that comes at a minimum interest rate of 3.5%, I believe. I've never tried it before, but they have the option. So if you want to pay later, you could. Usually I just pay in advance, and that's it, yeah. And get the products whenever they arrive to my warehouse. Step number 5 now is the ship and receive your goods. There are different options to ship your goods, and the time frame may vary from supplier to supplier, and also the shipment method might have a variable time frame. Once you ship your order, it will be dispatched, and you shall receive your goods. Remember, there are different types of shipping. I'm not going to talk about them here, but there is air shipping, sea shipping. So the time, if your time allows and you want to go with the sea shipping, which probably will be cheaper, just bear in mind it can take over 3 months to get your product. But if you don't have time and you want to start right now because maybe it's a trendy product that you want to start trading right now, you might want to opt for air shipping to get it really quickly. But again, that will come at a higher price. So always try to balance and see what works for your business. Now about selling on Alibaba, if you want to sell your product on Alibaba, it's pretty similar, straightforward. You just create an account, but now you're created as a seller, and then you start posting your products, and every time someone sees your product, they'll send you a message, and then you reply to their messages on the platform. You get notified on email or on the app that somebody's asking a question, and then it's basically similar to eBay or Amazon or any other platform. Very straightforward, but much easier actually than Amazon, I should say. If you tried Amazon dropshipping, it's much more complicated than Alibaba, at least in my opinion. So yeah, it's much easier on Alibaba. However, you need to be very competitive and give competitive prices, because you will be competing with suppliers or sellers in China or any other countries that have really, really low prices. So if you can't offer similar prices, then you might not get any buyers. So to sum up, here are a few tips if you're just starting with Alibaba, just to trade securely on that platform. In my opinion, these are the tips that I received from other people who worked with Alibaba for years, and I would just give you the same tips, which are: number one, assess the supplier's badges thoroughly. So Alibaba has implemented many regulations and methods to keep online trading safe. One of the best tips to buy safely on Alibaba is to look out for suppliers with certifications and badges. This badge can be gold verified or trade assurance, like I mentioned before, and they show that the supplier is a registered company wherever they are in whichever country, and can be trusted. So this is the first tip I'm going to give you today. Look for the badges and go with those suppliers. The second tip is check the price. Alibaba generally offers good quality products at affordable prices. However, when you notice that the product usually at a high price is listed for a few cents, that's your cue that something is wrong. In most cases, it shows that you may be dealing with a counterfeit or low quality product. When the price is too good to be true, it's best to be avoided. Now, the third tip I want to give you today is to pay through verified methods always. It's best to pay through any of the verified methods on Alibaba.com to avoid issues of scam. Suppliers often accept payment through methods like trade assurance, PayPal, online transfer, online bank payment, Western Union, and wire transfer. Try as much as possible to avoid making transactions outside of Alibaba. So if you find any seller that tells you, hey, can you pay me to my personal PayPal, say no. I'm gonna pay you through Alibaba.com, and that's it. So Alibaba.com also has a PayPal payment method. So if someone sends you their e-PayPal code or whatever and tells you to send them the money, that's probably a scammer. The next tip I want to give you today is to check for ratings and reviews. Of course, we do that a lot on every platform that we use. This is perhaps an obvious tip for a lot of you, just to ensure to buy safely on Alibaba. So nothing beats going through reviews to confirm if something is worth buying from a supplier. Before you purchase anything, try and browse through the seller's past purchases and reviews. You'll see a lot of reviews from previous buyers. You can search the reviews on Alibaba.com or branch out to search engines to check reviews. You can always do both. Another tip I want to give you today is to avoid brand name products. And this is very important actually. Because they probably will be knockoffs. Branded companies have strict policies regarding selling their products on marketplaces. So if you have a supplier offering a Nike shoes or Disney or Louis Vuitton or wherever at a low price, just avoid these. You're going to get yourself in trouble. Tip number, I don't know, maybe 6, check out the company's history and transaction level. This is very important too. Alibaba.com often awards suppliers based on their total online transactions and amount. Meanwhile, suppliers with low transaction levels aren't necessarily illegitimate. They're still legit, or they could be legit. However, they still didn't make enough transactions to be awarded or to rank up on the list on Alibaba.com. So if you're sourcing from a new supplier, you can consider checking out basic stuff like the company name, the product description, the manufacturer, where are they located, and stuff like that. But it's more secure and it's more safe to trade with someone who had so many transactions before, because obviously they've been well established on Alibaba.com. The next tip I want to give you is to confirm products or request samples before buying. Now, I don't request samples for everything, and sometimes you have to pay for those samples as well. However, if you're not sure about the product quality and it's your first time to work with that supplier, you don't know if they're good or bad, always confirm that the product on display that you can see on the screen is exactly what you want. Check the product descriptions and pictures from different angles, and ask for relevant ask for pictures, other pictures than what they posted on the platform. Ask them to take pictures directly for a product in front of them to see how it looks like in real life, because the pictures they post on the platform could be really nice and high quality pictures that might not, it could be edited, it might not be exactly how the product looks like. So ask them to send you better pictures or real pictures. And if you're buying in bulk, you can always ask for a sample to confirm the quality of goods. Like I said before, I don't really ask for samples all the time, but you have the option to. You'll pay a little bit amount for the samples, and then once you confirm the quality, you can order a bigger amount, a larger amount. I think this is all I have to mention about Alibaba.com and how safe it is. So the point is, it is safe to dropship from Alibaba if you follow the tips I gave you today in this video. And I'm gonna show you in the next few slides how things are once you order an item from Alibaba.com. What happens? So here you can see. The first email they send me after I make an order says that your supplier has drafted a trade assurance contract for you. If you are satisfied with the terms, please click the link below to send the initial payment by TNT/T, credit card, or online bank payment. Please note that different payment methods have different fee rates. And it tells you the initial payment amount. Here it was 287 USD. Now, if you don't like, this is not a final contract. If you don't like the price they give you, you can always contact the supplier directly on Alibaba.com and tell them, hey, this is still more than what I want. Can you try to drop the price a little bit or decrease the shipping rate or something like that, or you can play with many things actually on Alibaba.com, and they can help if they want to. But most of the time, like if I receive this email, most of the time I have already done my negotiation, and this is the best price I was able to get. There's no more deductions possible, and usually I just click to send the payment, the initial payment. Once you pay, you'll get another email saying that your order has been updated, and follow the link to review the changes. If you're satisfied, please proceed with the payment. If there's any remainder of the payment, so you don't have to pay the full amount at first. You can just split it, or they usually split it, and you pay maybe half of the amount or whatever, and then the other half later on. And finally, once all the payment has been received by the seller, they will send you another email telling you that the order has shipped. And it usually doesn't tell you when are you going to receive it, but that's something you would probably have negotiated with them earlier in this process, if you chose air versus sea shipping and how long it would take. They would tell you that at the earlier stages of the process. So as soon as it ships, you should expect whatever they told you. If it's going to take 3 months, then just count 3 months from that date, and hopefully you'll get it by then. Now, I hope that this video helps a few of you understand how Alibaba.com works and how safe it is. If you have any questions about the process, please let me know in the comments. I'll be very happy to help you start out. There are other videos about Alibaba.com that I'm going to post soon. This is just the first video about how safe it is to trade on Alibaba, whether you're buying or selling. But yeah, there will be other videos coming out soon, so stay tuned for those ones. Thanks for watching today, and have a great day.